we come to the fifth part of the welterweight history. So we got a WBC title, March the 29th, 1988. Lloyd Honeyghan wins by KO in the third round against Jorge Vaca from Mexico. I remember seeing that. Gets his revenge at Wembley, England. Then, July 29th, 1988, Lloyd Honeyghan wins by a retirement in the fifth round against Young Kil Chang from Korea, Atlantic City, New Jersey. I swear that was the Thomas Molinares and Marlon Starlin fight on the same bill, I swear. But again, this next fight, he fights Marlon Starlin. February the 5th, 1989, Marlon Starlin wins in the ninth round. Referee stops the fight against Lloyd Honeyghan in Las Vegas. And yeah, I remember Mike Tyson was in the audience cheering for Honeyghan. But again, beautiful defence. Starlin won that hands down. Then August the 15th, 1989, Marlon Starlin wins on points against Young Kil Chang in Hartford, Connecticut. That's where he come from, Hartford, Connecticut. So we got August the 19th, 1990, Morris Blocker, the durable Morris Blocker, beats Marlon Starlin on points over 12 rounds in Reno, Nevada. Yeah, tall guy for the weight, very durable Morris Blocker. Remember him against Lloyd Honeyghan in this country. And then we got March the 18th, 1991. Simon Brown from Jamaica wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Morris Blocker in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got November 29th, 1991. James Buddy McGritt from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Simon Brown from Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got June the 25th, 1992. James Buddy McGritt wins on points over 12 rounds against Patrizio Oliver from Italy, Napoli's Italy. Then January the 12th, 1993, Buddy McGritt wins on points over 12 rounds against Gennaro Leon from Mexico in New York. Then March the 6th, 1993, Pernell the Sweet Pea Whitaker from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Buddy McGritt. That was in New York. Then September the 10th, 1993, Pernell Whitaker draws controversially with Julio Cesar Chavez from Mexico in San Antonio. April the 9th, 1994, Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker wins on points over 12 rounds against Santos Cardona from Puerto Rico in Norfolk. In October the 1st, 1994, Pernell Whitaker wins on points over 12 rounds against James Buddy McGritt in Norfolk. August the 26th, 1995, Pernell Whitaker wins on points over 12 rounds against Gary Jacobs from Scotland. 12 rounds points decision. That was in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I remember that against the Scottish Southpaw Jacobs. Bit of a banger he was. November the 17th, 1995, Pernell Whitaker wins in the 6th round by KO against Jake Rodriguez, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then we got April the 12th, 1996. Pernell Whitaker wins on points over 12 rounds against Wilfredo Rivera from Puerto Rico in St. Martin. And September the 20th, 1996. Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker wins on points over 12 rounds against Wilfredo Rivera again in Miami, Florida. Then January 24th, 1997, Pernell Whitaker wins the 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Diabeles Hurtado from Cuba in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then April the 12th, 1997, Oscar De La Hoya wins on points over 12 rounds against Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then June 14th, 1997, Oscar De La Hoya wins by KO in the 2nd round against David Kamara from Kenya in San Antonio, Texas. Then September the 13th, 1997, Oscar De La Hoya wins on points over 12 rounds against Hector Camacho from Puerto Rico in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we've got December the 6th, 1997, Oscar De La Hoya wins. Referee stops the fight in the 8th round against Wilfredo Rivera, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then June 13th, 1998, Oscar De La Hoya. So then we've gone. Yeah, sorry, December the 6th, 1997. Oscar De La Hoya wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Wilfred Rivera from Atlantic City, New Jersey. And then June the 13th, 1998, Oscar De La Hoya wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Patrick Carpentier from France in El Paso, Texas. Then September the 18th, 1998, Oscar De La Hoya wins by retirement against Julio Cesar Chavez in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then February the 13th, 1999, Oscar De La Hoya wins on points over 12 rounds against Ike the Bazooka Corti from Ghana in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then May the 22nd, 1999, Oscar De La Hoya wins the 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Obar Carr in Las Vegas, Nevada. De La Hoya went on to fight in an IBF and WBC unification bout against Felix Trinidad on September the 18th, 1999. So the IBF title, April the 23rd, 1988, Simon Brown from Jamaica wins in a 14th round against Tyrone Trice from the US and Burke Sermi in France for the vacant title. Then we got, I remember this fight as well, July the 16th, 1988, Simon Brown wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Jorge Vaca from Mexico in Kingston, Jamaica. Then October the 14th, 1988, Simon Brown wins on points over 12 rounds against Mauro Martelli. That was in Lausanne, Switzerland. Then you've got February 18th, 1989. Simon Brown wins in the third round against George Massonet from Puerto Rico in Budapest, Hungary. April the 27th, 1989. Simon Brown wins by KO in the seventh round against Al Long from the US in Washington, D.C. Then we've got September the 20th, 1989, Simon Brown wins in the second round against Bobby Joe Young from the US in Rochester, New York. He beat Aaron Pryor, but obviously not a prime Aaron Pryor, but still a win. Bobby Joe Young. November the 9th, 1989, Simon Brown wins on points over 12 rounds against Luis Santana, Dominican Republic in Springfield. And then April the 1st, 1990, Simon Brown wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Tyrone Trice in Washington, D.C. Then March 1991, Brown relinquishes the IBF title to challenge for the WBC version. So we've got now October the 4th, 1991, Maurice Blocker wins on points over 12 rounds against Glenwood Brown from the US, Atlantic City, New Jersey. That was in for the vacant title. So, and then we've got August 28th, 1992, Maurice Blocker wins over 12 rounds against Luis Garcia from Venezuela in Atlantic City, New Jersey. On June the 19th, 1993, Felix Trinidad from Puerto Rico wins in the second round by KO against Maurice Blocker, stopping the durable Maurice Blocker. That was a good win in San Diego, California. Then August the 9th, 1993, Felix Trinidad wins in the first round. Referee stops the fight against Luis Garcia in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. Then October the 23rd, 1993, Felix Trinidad wins by KO in the 10th round against Anthony Stevens in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Then January 20th, 1994, Felix Trinidad wins on points over 12 rounds against Hector Camacho in Puerto Rico and Las Vegas, Nevada. And then September the 17th, 1994, Felix Trinidad wins in the fourth round. Referee stops the fight against Luis Ramon Yuri Boy Campos, better known as, from Mexico. That was in Las Vegas, Nevada. December the 10th, 1994, Felix Trinidad wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Obar Carr from the US in Monterrey, Mexico. Then we go April the 8th, 1995, Felix Trinidad wins against Roger Turner from the US in Las Vegas. Then we got November the 17th, 1995, Felix Trinidad beats Larry Barnes in the fourth round by KO. Larry Barnes from the US, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then February the 10th, 1996, Felix Trinidad wins again in the 4th round by retirement this time against Rodney Moore from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then May the 18th, 1996, Felix Trinidad wins by KO in the 5th round against Freddie Pendleton in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then May the 18th, 1996, Felix Trinidad wins in the 5th round against Freddie Pendleton from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got September the 7th, 1996, Felix Trinidad wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Ray Lovato from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then I remember this one, January 11th, 1997, Felix Trinidad wins. Referee stops the fight in the 3rd round against Kevin Lucien from England. I remember that fight, a few knockdowns there. Referee stopped the fight in the 3rd round against Kevin Lucien. It's a bit of a banger himself, when you want to be. It was in Nashville, Tennessee. Then we got April the 3rd, 1998. Felix Trinidad wins in the 4th round by KO against Mahange Zulu from Zaire in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. February 20th, 1999, Felix Trinidad wins on points over 12 rounds against Pernell Whitaker. So the Sweet Pea in New York. May the 29th, 1999, Felix Trinidad wins. Referee stops the fight against Hugo Pineda from Colombia in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And then Trinidad then fought Oscar De La Hoya in an IBF and WBC unification fight. Then IBF and WBC titles, September the 18th, 1999, Felix Trinidad wins on points over 12 rounds against Oscar De La Hoya in Las Vegas, Nevada. That was the IBF and WBC unification fight. Then March 2000, Trinidad moved up to light middleweight and relinquishes the titles. I think he pretty much had the record in the welterweight division there. I presume he still has. Yeah, some record there. So, I think it might have been the most knockouts in the division, something like that in concession for the title. I digress. So, IABF and WBC titles, September the 18th, 1999, Felix Trinidad wins on points over 12 rounds against Oscar De La Hoya in Las Vegas, Nevada. The IBF unification fight. Yeah, we've already done this, he moves up. Then the WBC title again, so we get September 1999, after losing the unification bout with Felix Trinidad, De La Hoya was reinstated as WBC champion when Trinidad moved up to light middleweight. So June 17th, 2000, Sugar Shane Mosley from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Oscar De La Hoya in Los Angeles. November the 4th, 2000, Sugar Shane Mosley wins in 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Antonio Diaz from the US in New York. And then March the 10th, 2001, Sugar Shane Mosley wins in the 5th round by retirement against Shannon Taylor from Australia in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then July 21st, 2001, Shane Mosley beats Adrian Stone. I remember him in the ABAs, watching him on television. A banger in domestic level, definitely. He beats Adrian Stone in the 3rd round by KO. He's from England, Adrian Stone. Sugar Shane Mosley beats him, and then that's in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got January 26th, 2002, Vernon Forrest wins on points over Sugar Shane Mosley over 12 rounds in New York. And you repeat the same, but never to be revenged for obvious reasons. Vernon Forrest died later on. But again, so July 20th, 2002, Vernon Forrest wins again, repeats the same performance against Sugar Shane Mosley. 12 rounds points decision, Indianapolis, Indiana. Go up a little bit now. Yeah, so Vernon Forrest lost the WBC title to Richard Mayorga in January 2003. The WBA unification fight. Mayorga then lost the titles to Corey Spinks. So, IBF title here. So we go August 26th, 2000. Vernon Forrest gets a no contest against Raul Frank from the US in the third round, Las Vegas, Nevada. Then May 12th, 2001, Vernon Forrest wins on points over 12 rounds against Raul Frank from New York. In New York, should I say. Vernon Forrest was stripped for agreeing to a unification fight with Sugar Shane Mosley instead of boxing their #1 contender. So, April the 13th, 2002, Michelle Picarillo from Italy wins on points over 12 rounds against Corey Spinks, the US, in Campione d'Italia in Italy for the vacant title. Now, May the 8th, this is the WBO title. So we got May the 8th, 1989, Gennaro Leon wins by KO in the first round against Danny Garcia from Puerto Rico and Santa Ana for the vacant title. Then October 1989, Leon gave up the WBO title. Then December the 15th, 1989, Manning Galloway from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Al Hamza from the US and Yabako for the vacant title. Then August 25th, 1990, Manning Galloway wins on points over 12 rounds against Nick Kahamalo from South Africa in Lewiston. Then February the 15th, 1991, Manning Galloway wins in the 8th round against Gert Bo Jacobsen from Denmark in Randers, Denmark. May the 17th, 1991, Manning Galloway wins in the 7th round by retirement against Rashid Lawal from Denmark in Copenhagen, Denmark. September the 15th, 1991, Manning Galloway wins on points over 12 rounds against Jeff Malcolm from Australia. 12 rounds points decision in Bro Beach, Australia. Then December the 14th, 1991, Manning Galloway wins on points over 12 rounds against Nick Kamalo, and that was in Cape Town, South Africa. 25th of July, 1992, Manning Galloway wins on points over Pat Black Flash Barrett. I remember seeing that fight. Good fighter, Barrett from England. That was in Manchester, England. Then November the 27th, 1992, Manning Galloway wins a no contest in the first round against Gert Bo Jacobsen in Randers, Denmark. And then February the 12th, 1993, Gert Bo Jacobsen wins on points over 12 rounds against Manning Galloway in Randers, Denmark. And in October 93, Jacobsen relinquishes the title. October 16th, 1993, Eamon Loughran from Ireland wins on points over 12 rounds against Lorenzo Smith, Belfast, Ireland. That was in Belfast, Ireland. Then we got 22nd of January 1994, Eamon Loughran wins on points over 12 rounds against Alessandro Duran from Italy in Belfast, Northern Ireland. December the 10th, 1994, Eamon Loughran wins a technical decision in the 5th round against Manning Galloway in Manchester, England. Then May the 27th, 1995, Eamon Loughran wins a no contest the 3rd round against Angel Belter from Dominican Republic in Belfast, Ireland. Then August 26th, 1995, Eamon Loughran wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Tony Ganarelli from the US in Belfast, Ireland. Bang, that's the end of the 5th. Brilliant.